dividing fractions. So we want to divide one fraction by another. If you notice that these two fractions are what we call mixed numbers, we convert them to improper fractions. So that becomes, for the first one, 10 times 2 is 20, plus 1 is 21 over 2. This is divided by 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, all over 4. So this is 21 over 2. We keep the first fraction as it is. We change the division sign to multiplication, and then we flip the second fraction. Now notice that some things can cancel out. 2 goes into 4, and then also 9 goes into 21, a certain fraction, that is, of it. So 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 4 2 times, 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 21 7 times. And what we have left is 7 times 2 is 14, all over 1 times 3 is 3. We convert this to a mixed number. Just divide the bottom into the top. 3 goes into 14 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Here we have remainder 2. So you recall we're going to write this as a mixed number. The 4 goes down, the 2 comes up, and then the 3 goes down. So we have 4 2/3. Right? Frank's bookshelf is 1 1/2 meters high. Each row in the bookshelf is 3/16 meters high. How many rows are there in Frank's bookshelf? So we have basically the 1 1/2 divided by 3/16. So the 1 1/2 is converted to an improper fraction. That's 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1, that's 3, all over 2. So we take the 3/2 and we divide it by 3/16. So we have 3/2, convert the division sign to multiplication, flip the second fraction, that's 16/3. And notice some things cancel out from top to bottom, right? 3 divided by 3 cancels out, just leaves us 1. 2 goes into 2 one time, and 2 goes into 16 8 times. So all we have left is basically 1 times 8, just 8, all over 1, and that's just 8, right? Another problem of the same type. So let's go ahead and convert this 2 1/2 to a mix. It's a mixed number to an improper fraction. So that becomes 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1. We get 5/2, and that's divided by 1/3. So the 5/2 is the first fraction stays the same. Take the division sign, change that to multiplication, flip the second fraction. So that just gives us 15/2. And if you divide 2 into 15, it goes 7 times. 2 times 7 is 14, with remainder 1. So our answer is 7 1/2. Robin donated bags of grain that each weigh 40/3 pounds, 40/3 pounds. If the total weight of the grain was 160 pounds, how many bags of grain did Robin donate? So if each bag weighs this and the total is 160, so how many bags? So basically what we do is divide 160 pounds by 40/3 of a pound. So we have 160 that's divided by 40/3. Take the 160 as being 160/1. You remember, you take the second fraction, take the division sign, convert that to multiplication. The second fraction is inverted, so this is 3/40. Now 40 goes into 160 4 times. That is, 40 goes into 41 times, 40 goes into 160 4 times, right? 16 divided by 4 is 4. Then they both have zeros, so it's 40. The zeros cancel out. So all we have is just 4 times 3, which is 12/1. That's just 12. Okay, we're going to divide. This is 2/3. Convert that division sign to multiplication by flipping the second fraction. So you just multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. And that's it. The answer shouldn't be there. I do apologize for that. So Molly hikes 1/6 mile each day. To hike a total of 11/6 miles, she would have to hike for how many days? So we have 11/6, and that's being divided by 1/6. So this is 11/6. This becomes times 6/1. So 6 divided by 6 cancels out. All we have left is an 11. So 11 days. So she would have to hike for 11 days, right? Then it says to hike a total of 1/3 of a mile, she would have to hike for how many days there? Well, here, if she hikes 1/6 of a mile every day, and then if the total is 1/3 of a mile, so we take the total and divide it. So here, so to hike a total of 1/3 of a mile, that's divided by 1/6 becomes the ratio, the unit ratio. That is, for each day she can hike 1/6 miles. So this implies that we have 1/3. Convert the division sign to multiplication. Flip the second fraction. So this is 6 divided by 3. 1 times 6, right, is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. And so we divide, you just get 2. Oh, we got answers again. If you cut a 12-inch loaf of bread into 1/2 slices, you would have blank slices of bread. So we're basically dividing up by halves. So this is 1/12 times 2/1. Look at that 12 as being 12/1. So we're multiplying. That's just 24. 24 slices, right? Oh, let's pretend. All right, so an airplane covers 94 miles in 1/6 of an hour. The plane can cover blank miles in 6 hours. Well, let's first find how many miles does the plane cover in 1 hour. So if it covers 94 miles in 1/6 of an hour, 1/6. So if I multiply by 6, then I can get 1 hour, what it covers in 1 hour. Then after that, multiply that by 6 to get 6 hours. So in 1 hour, the airplane covers 94 times 6 miles. This is the 1/6 of an hour times 6. So you multiply that out, you get 564. So 564 miles in 1 hour. See how this gives you 1 hour? So now, how many miles does the plane cover in 6 hours? Multiply by 6 again. So in 6 hours, the plane covers 6 times 564 miles. Now when you multiply that out, 6 times 564, that gives you, on your calculator, 3,384 miles. Now for this problem, it says drag each division expression to the correct location on the table, solve each division problem, and classify solve each division problem. I think they got their grammar wrong. Okay. So we're going to take that 72 over 7. That's divided by 8 over 7. Just simplify this. 72 over 7 times 7 over 8. We change the division to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction. So the 7's cancel out. 7 divided by 7 goes out. And then just 72 divided by 8, that just gives you 9, right? So we're going to put that guy in this spot over here. 72 over 7 divided by 8 over 7 is 9. So now, let's look at the next one. 9, let's say over 1, divided by 3 over 2. So this is 9 over 1 times 2 over 3. So we have 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 9 3 times. Multiply 3 times 2, just get 6 divided by 1, it's just 6. So we put this guy over here in this spot. We go to the next one. 4 1/2 divided by 1/2. So we convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, all over 2. This becomes times, flip the second fraction, 2 over 1. Now, 2 divided by 2 cancels out. All you have left is just 9. So this goes over in that spot. So that was 4 1/2 divided by 1/2. So now 4 2/3 divided by 7 over 9. So convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14 over 3. This becomes times 9 over 7, right? Division converted to multiplication, we flip the second fraction. So now we do our canceling out. 7 goes into 7 one time, 7 goes into 14 two times, 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times. So we have left 2 times 3 is 6. So this guy goes in the box over here with the 6. So that was 4 2/3 divided by 7 over 9. So now we have 12 over 7. That's divided by 2 over 7. So this becomes 12 over 7 times 7 over 2. Now the 7's just cancels out. 7 divided by 7 cancels out. 6 divided by 2, well, 12 divided by 2 is just 6. So we bring him over there. So this is 12 over 7 divided by 2 over 7. All right, just one more to work out. Let's see where this goes. This is 12 divided by 7 over 3. Again, you can read that 12 as being 12 over 1. That's divided by, let's convert that to multiplication while we're there. This is times, flip the second fraction. That's 21, and I'm getting, for some reason, I can't say sleepy because it's early in the day, but I'm seeing things backwards, and it's been a long day. So this is 21. So this is 21 over 1. So 21 divided by 7 is just 3, right? And then 3 times 3 is 9. So 7 goes into 7 one time. 7 goes into 21 3 times. So that just gives us 3 times 3. We get 9. So we're going to put him over here. 21 divided by 7 over 3. Okay. So now just one more. So where do these pairs go? So we put the titles, match the titles with the tiles, excuse me, with the pairs. So that's 1/3. That division becomes multiplication, and we flip that second number. That becomes 1/3, and that gives us 1 over 9, right? 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 3 is 9. The next one is 3 times 3 over 2. Look at that first 3 as being 3 over 1. We multiply 3 times 3, we get 9. 1 times 2 is 2. So for the next one, we need some space. We have that 6 3/4. That's divided by the 2 1/4. So we're going to convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27, all over 4. This is divided by 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, divided by 4. Now we write this as 27 over 4. This is division, so we change division to multiplication by flipping the second fraction. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 9 divided by 9 is 1. And 9 goes into 27 3 times. So this guy is 3. You can probably guess it that the next one will be 1. Let's see. So this is 2 1/2. Let's convert that to a mixed this mixed number. Convert that to an improper fraction. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, all over 2. That's divided by 5 over 2. This implies that we have the 5 over 2. That becomes times, flip the second fraction, 2 over 5. And so 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. And so all you have left is just 1. Yep. Well, that'll do it for now. Thank you.